Okay, next up, chapter books and illustrated fiction. First series that I want to show you is actually a two-part series, Billy B. Brown and Hey Jack. And these two children are neighbors, next-door neighbors of each other, and they show up in one another's books. What I think is most special about them is that they really feel a need for that child who wants to be reading chapter books, but look at the font in there. You can see it's divided into chapters. It's got illustrations, but such a large font, and the books are nice and thin. Each of these books has at least 12 in the series. Then we have some choose your own adventure stories and illustrated fiction. The Secret Mermaid, we have Sandy Lane Stables, we have Pony Princess. Then for a little more adventurous, we have the Extreme Adventure books. Crocodile Attack, you can get an idea of the level of these books. My son Josh is 14 and he loved these books when he was younger, and he wants them again just so he can own them because they were some of the first books he ever fell in love with. Some older chapter fiction we have here is Conspiracy 365 and The Phoenix Files. This is the first book, Arrival, and the first book in this set is January. These need to be read in order. We have January all the way through December, and then there are even some add-on books too. And these books take place in Australia. One of the things I love about our older fiction is that there is no language. There's no offensive language. I've picked up some of the kids that my high schoolers are assigned to read, some of the books that my high schoolers are assigned to read, and I can't even get through the first chapter in the way that the teenagers speak to one another and the language used. And I don't have to worry about that in our books. This one is The Phoenix Files. This is a 6-book series. Here's book 1. You can buy the books one at a time, or you can buy the whole collection. I'll let you read the descriptions of those on the websites and not take up the time with it here. But I also do want to take the time to show our illustrated series. Illustrated Greek Myths. This one is Illustrated Classics for Children. And these are some easy reading. These can be bedtime stories for you to read out loud to your kiddos, or they can be stories for them to read. Each one has a satin ribbon bookmark, and you can check out the table of contents to see just how many stories are in each book. Illustrated Classics for Children has a wonderful table of contents as well. There are a whole bunch of illustrated stories. We have illustrated fairy tales, illustrated adventure stories, we have Norse myths, so you get the idea. You can see them all on my website, but that gives you a little bit of a taste of our fiction and our illustrated books.